Well, two high-profile cases were handled in court today. The first one is a woman who is accused of a murder for hire plot. Now, police say Amanda Love's boyfriend, Jerry Burns, paid her $5,000 to kill his wife. Now, she told police Burns told her to make the murder look like a burglary. Velvet Burns was found stabbed to death in her home. Amanda Love will be back in court next month.